20 powerful social media marketing tips to boost leads and sales. Tip number 1. Choose the right media. There are so many social media marketing avenues. Depending on your business and your objectives, look at the ones you feel will drive your advertising strategy forward. Tip number 2. Use images. Do not harass the readers with never-ending blocks of black text against white space. Use image files and infographics. Pictures are visual, self-explanatory, and captivating. All pictures you use should have some relevance to your business. Throw in some humor while working with images. Tip number 3. Do not post too many things. You will need to update your platforms from time to time. However, do not overdo it. Give users time. Overkill hinders the effectiveness of strategies, as users will not have time to read and internalize your earlier post when others keep popping up each time. Tip number 4. Use analytics. You will need to track the progress your campaign is making. Most social media tools will provide you with these services. Others are available from autonomous sources. Look at analytics. Read everything and identify areas of weakness, then work on them. Tip number 5. Work towards creating rapport. Since your followers are reading and watching, they need to know that you are listening. Engage them on social media. Ensure that you bond with them in order to understand them better in the future. Do not be too laid back, cold or unresponsive. You need to make them trust you. Tip number 6. Timing. Do not post haphazardly. There are specific times when people are available. There are times it does not make sense for you to put up posts because your audience is not available. You need to study your demographic in order to understand such dynamics. Tip number 7. Fill in profile requirements. Every social media platform needs you to provide relevant business information. This is very important as it says a lot about who you are and where you are going. It might look hectic and banal, but it is important. Do not leave anything to chance. Tip number 8. Throw in some controversy. Controversy sells because people love discourses. When you stir things up a little bit, you pull in more people into the conversation. Use the attention to set things straight. The debate will help you understand your audience better, therefore improving future relationships. Tip number 9. Find a social media manager. You will need to treat social media marketing like any other work. Find someone with experience in the field and let them handle things for you. It always pays off to let the professionals do what they do best. Tip number 10. Do not be too sales-oriented. Social media tools help you to get your name out there. It is a long-term strategy intended to help you sell more. However, it is not a direct sales platform, so you exercise some good judgment. Try to help your audience by providing quality content and a little bit of entertainment. Everybody knows why you are there, so you do not have to be too direct with your approach. Tip number 11. Stay away from the trolls. Trolls are the bane of the internet and will not go away anytime soon. As a result, you have to be tactful with them. Do not rile or entertain them. Just simply stay away from them as much as possible. Tip number 12. If it is not working, it is not worth it. There are many social media platforms available. If you have tried many strategies without success, it is time to move on. Just because you keep trying does not mean it will work eventually. Find another avenue and cut out a niche. Tip number 13. Create connections with other businesses. Sometime in the future, you will need partners on the social media marketing scene. As a result, you should build relationships with businesses that are not exactly competitors but are in the same area of expertise, because you might need a favor at some point. Tip number 14. Be keen on language. You will want to come across as informed and professional. Avoid simplistic textual gaffes. Look at your language and diction. Avoid errors of grammar and punctuation. They show you in a bad light. You must always look convincing, intellectual and thoughtful. Tip number 15. Set up a bait. Your followers need you to be convincing if they are to visit your pages on a regular basis. Tantalize them. Draw them closer by assuring them you have something they need to know. Promise to deliver in your use of content. Fulfill the promise to establish credibility. Tip number 16. Find a middle ground. Do not be too professional or too personal either. You want a relationship that, even though mutual and friendly, still factors in respect. It is hard for people to take you seriously when you get too personal in relating to them. Tip number 17. Create a social media plan. Do not grope your way into and out of social media. Have a clear policy for each social media outlet you use. Lay down objectives and check your performance regularly, ensuring that you are in line with the goals that you have set for that specific channel. Tip number 18. Consistency. Establish a posting pattern. Let the users fall into a routine such that they know you will have some content every day at consistent intervals. Do not leave for days and then come back, because by the time you do, your audience will be long gone. Tip number 19. Keep it trendy. Find out what is going on and where the audience is shifting. Follow them and look at what specific direction they are more likely to lean. Replicate the trend they are after in order to keep them glued to your pages. Do not overdo it, because trendy does not guarantee success all the time. Tip number 20. Stay helpful and authoritative. Focus on information rather than sales pitching. Write authoritative and informative posts. Over time, your visitors will come to see you as a helpful and a source of authority in your area of expertise. Ensure that all your information is accurate and well researched. When you make posts, follow the reaction and clarify on aspects that internet users do not understand.